Hello, second grade Smarties, and welcome to your seventh lesson in a season of change. So we are going to hop right in, and we're going to start with a big pizza question. So make your big pie of pizza. All right, how does change impact people in nature? Our pizza slice question is, how do changes in fall weather impact people in nature? And we are going to be talking specifically about this today. And we're going to take that slice of pizza and take a bite. And here is our pizza bite question that we want to answer today. What does a deeper exploration of details and main topics reveal in this text? All right, so yesterday we read our book for a third time. And yesterday you told me what was happening in those main sections, what was happening in those sections in the book. So on pages 8 to 11, it was all about weather in the fall getting chilly and how we prepare for fall. What are the things people do to get ready for fall? Their clothes change, right? So we have to make a change with our clothes, with how often we're outside, how late we are outside, because we also learn that with fall coming in, that means that we get less sunlight. So it starts to get cooler earlier in the day. In pages 14 through 19, in this section, it talked about plants and animals. And we learned that squirrels store food away for winter. We learned that geese and monarch butterflies, they migrate to warmer places to prepare for winter. And we also learned that leaves change color because of the lack of sunlight. And then the final section of the book talked about what kids do during fall. So it talked about two celebrations, two holidays that we celebrate during the fall, Halloween and Thanksgiving. And it talked about the different foods and the different fall-themed things that we see in fall, like apples and pumpkins. So these three sections all talked about the weather, animals, and kids during what season? What do they all have in common? Tell me in the Edpuzzle. What do all of these main topics have in common? They all talk about fall, right? So all of these topics talk about fall. What happens with the weather during fall? What happens with animals and kids during fall? What changes are made to these things, to these three sections? So looking at this arrow, we have these three bags. Remember, we had our buttons that went into the bag. So we had our details about these sections. They went into the bag. Now we have our three main topics, and they have an arrow pointing to the box. And over here it says all. What do you think this big box stands for? Tell me in the Edpuzzle, what do you think this box stands for? Here's all my topics, and my bags are going into a big box, and it says all the pages. What are all the pages about? Tell me in the Edpuzzle. What are all of the pages about? It's all about fall, right? So all of these topics talk about how weather, animals, and kids are impacted. Their lives, what they do, changes with the change in weather. So when we're talking about our big idea, our main topic for the whole book, we're thinking about what each of these sections were about. We didn't have one section that was about spring and another about winter. No, they all had the same season in common. They were all about fall. So when we are thinking about our writing, when we're thinking about our topic statement, our juicy details, and our conclusion, we also have to think about how we are writing our sentences. We need to make sure that we have parts in our sentence to help it make sense. So here's another bite question. Take a bite of your pizza. And our pizza bite question for writing is, what rules do authors use to make sure they write in complete sentences? You hear me say that all the time, especially in math. I make sure that I write my sentences completely, that I give a noun, which is also called a subject, a verb, and I tell what those things do. So today we are going to talk about subjects. A subject in a sentence is the word that is the noun. What's a noun? A person, place, thing, animal, or idea. And a subject is the person, animal, or thing doing something in that sentence. So for example, I have a sentence and I have the subject in orange. Children like to run through fallen leaves. Do leaves like to run? No. Who likes to run? The children, right? Children is the subject because they are doing the action. Children stands for more than one child. We also have this sentence that says, birds migrate to the south. Who or what migrates to the south? Birds. Birds is an animal, which makes it a noun. Squirrels hide nuts and acorns. Who hides nuts and acorns? Squirrels. Squirrels is a noun. It's a plural noun for animals. So squirrels are the subject because they are doing the action of hiding. So we are going to find the subject in these sentences. The underlined words are the action words, the verbs that the subjects do in these sentences. So let's look at number 1. Leaves change colors. Leaves change colors. What changes colors? Leaves. So we would circle leaves. Let's look at the next one. Birds fly south. Oh, that was it. Birds fly south. Who or what flies south? The birds. Birds is our subject. Ooh, we just saw this sentence. Children like to run through fallen leaves. Who likes to run? Children. Each season lasts about 4 months. What lasts for 4 months? Tell me in the Ed puzzle. What lasts for 4 months? The seasons, right? Each season is our subject, lasts for 4 months. We wear pants, sweaters, and coats to stay warm. Who wears something? We wear something, right? We is talking about more than one person. That is called a pronoun. Everyone say pronoun. That is still the subject. We wear pants, sweaters, and coats. We are doing the action. We are wearing those clothes. Fall bursts with color. I want you to tell me in the Ed puzzle, what bursts with color? Fall is the one that bursts. Fall bursts with color. Some leaves turn red, orange, yellow, and brown. What turns yellow, brown, red, and orange? The leaves. Leaves is our subject. Leaves are a thing, so it is a noun. Then they drop off the trees. Who drops off the trees? The leaves, right? So here's another pronoun, they. They is still the subject. It's kind of tricky because we haven't talked about pronouns a lot, but they is talking about the leaves. The word they is talking about leaves. Then the leaves drop off the trees. They goes with leaves. Squirrels hide nuts and acorns. Tell me in the Ed puzzle, who hides nuts and acorns? Tell me in the Ed puzzle. And number 9, some birds migrate. Who migrates? The birds. Give yourselves a round of applause. So keep it in your brains. A subject in a sentence is the noun that's doing something. So a subject is the person, place, or thing that is doing the action in the sentence. So anytime that we have to find the subject in a sentence, I want you to think of nouns. I want you to think of people, places, things, or ideas. All right, second grade Smarties, this was a shorter lesson today, but I want you to think, what was the main topic for the entire book? What is the main topic for the entire book? We talked about how weather changes in the fall. We talked about how plants and animals prepare for winter. We talked about how kids play outside. They go trick-or-treating on Halloween and Thanksgiving, and they dress for the cooler weather. So what was that text all about? I want you to tell me in the Ed Puzzle, and tomorrow we're going to be talking about the big idea. So tell me in the Ed Puzzle, what is the big topic of our text? All right, second grade Smarties, have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.